Hello and welcome to my how-to video for today. Make sure you click that subscribe button to stay up to date with all my videos, what I get posted and what I post online. I hope you do enjoy it, so make sure you give it a comment after you've watched it. Thank you. So today's how-to video is going to be how to plant runner beans in tubs. Another one ideal for growing with children. They'll love it, and they'll get to see the runner beans grow, and then they'll be able to eat them with the Sunday dinner, which is brilliant, and it's healthy, so that's a good thing. So first off, if you're going to be growing them in a tub, is to get yourself a tub. Something like this is ideal. Again, they sell them cheap in pound shops. You don't have to get an expensive one, so anything like this will do fine. As you can see at the moment, it's got no holes in it. You need to get holes put in them, because if it rains bad or if you overwater them, they'll become waterlogged and they'll just die and rot, which you don't want. So first off, we need to get some holes popped in it. So as you can see, I popped lots of holes in it, so it's got plenty of drainage so that it doesn't get waterlogged. The next job is obviously to fill it with compost. So we need to get some compost put in that. So the compost that you need can be just general multi-purpose compost. You can pick this up anywhere these days. Supermarkets, garden centres, loads of places sell them. It's just general purpose, multi-purpose compost. You're best off having a look around. There's some places sell it cheaper than others. They've put special offers on it, and you don't want to be paying over the odds for your compost unless you do compost at home, and you'll get your compost for free. So that's something that I need to look into doing eventually to save myself money in the garden. So we'll get this filled up. So I filled it about halfway. You don't need to fill it right up to the top, as the runner beans will grow up here, so you don't need to use loads of compost. So that's got them in. So the next job is to get the runner beans and plant them. So I've got the runner beans, so all we need to do is, what you need to do is put them round the edge. You might want to plant about two next to each other. This is because just in case one doesn't take, then hopefully the other one will. So all I'm doing is just planting two round the edge together, and doing this all the way around, just leaving a littleish gap in between them. And it doesn't matter if both of them grow, because they both can grow up the cane once the canes are in, and then you'll get more runner beans. A pack of runner beans usually comes with about 40 in it, so you don't necessarily have to use all the runner beans, unless you want to do a few pots. So what I've done, I've just planted them around the edge like a clock, just like that. Just popped them into the soil. Then you can always grow something in the middle if you want. Might put a couple of flowers in, just to add a bit of colour. But obviously the runner beans, when they do grow, they will add colour as well, because they usually have a red flower on them, or the newer versions have white flowers as well, so you can mix and match to make it look pretty. So once you've planted them, all you need to do is just cover them up with compost as per usual. Again, you can grow them in plant pots to start off with and then transplant them. The choice is up to you, but sometimes you can just plant them straight in the middle, in the place that you're going to be planting them. Save time and effort, and compost as well. So you can just plant them where you want them to be. So that's all covered. So the next job, as per usual, they will need some water to get them going. So we'll just give them a sprinkling of water. Make sure that the rose end is on, because you don't want to waterlog them. Just give them a sprinkling of water to wet the compost, and that's done. So the next job after that will be my little secret tip, what I use on all my videos literally, and you'll be hopefully getting used to my little trick by now, is cling film. Again, just to cover the top up of the plant pot. So once that's done, it'll look something like that. And the best thing to do is keep it somewhere warmish for them to get started. They'll need a nice warm temperature. So I'm going to leave this in my shed for them to get started. Again, when these start to grow, they'll produce shoots from the top of them and they'll start popping up. So if they're not covered or anything, the birds might come and eat them down to the base, especially pigeons. So they do need netting until they get well established, as you don't want to waste all your time and effort that you've put into starting them for them to get eaten by the birds. Once they do start to grow and they do get some length on them, like something like that, you can put your canes in around the edge where you've planted your seeds into a wigwam shape, and they will grow up the wigwam, and then the runner beans will hang down from the canes for you to pick as and when they're ready. So that's how to plant runner beans in a plant pot. So the next tip is how to plant runner beans straight into the ground, also how you can plant them straight into in plant pots. So stay tuned to keep on watching that. So the next job or tip on how to grow runner beans is you can grow them into plant pots if you want to grow them into them first and then transplant them into the ground once they grow. So it's barely same as what we've just done in a tub. You just get your plant pot, fill it with compost, just like that, and then get some runner beans. You don't just need one, you can plant about 3 in there, 3 or 4, straight into the plant pot, just like that, and then cover again with soil. Then next again, a little tip, cling film. Nope, not yet. Wait. Water. Plants won't grow without water. So get some water on it. Just like that. Then you get the cling film. And just tear it off. And it's covered. That will keep it warm, moist, and it will stop stuff from eating it when it's growing. So it's ideal. So that's how you grow runner beans in the plant pot. So we're now outside, so I'm going to show you how I plant runner beans outside. It's very similar to the peas if you've watched the peas video. If not, go and watch the pea video and see how I plant the peas. It's nice and easy. Kids can do it just as easy. It's no special training for it. I learnt myself and I was about 15, 16 years old when I started doing it. But like I said, you can start off at any age. So yeah, let's get on with planting the runner beans outside. Plant the runner beans outside. All I do is, I've got a bit of land here, is just dig it out, a little trough all the way down. Nice and easy. just a few centimetres down, about 5 to 10 centimetres down. Not too deep. And all I do is just get the runner beans and then just pop them in. And I'll leave about 5 centimetres, 6 centimetres between each one. So you just shove them in, nice and easy. And then once you've popped them in, all you need to do is just cover them back up with soil so that they're covered. And then once they're covered, all you have to do is just water them, which I need to do. And then once they start growing, make sure they're netted up until they get big, until they get about that high, because the pigeons will just come along and eat them all, the tops off them, and then you've lost your plant because it won't grow any further. And then obviously once they start growing, you can put your canes in all the way down and they'll grow the canes. You have to help them at the beginning to get started going around this cane, but once they start growing, they'll soon wrap around. Also, if you want, you could put netting up, but it'll need to be high netted, possibly about 6 to 10 foot, and they'll grow up the netting. So that's another idea of what you can do. So that is how you plant runner beans outside. So that's the end of today's video on how to plant runner beans in pots, in plant pots and outside. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel to keep notified of new posts getting posted. They get posted quite regularly. Also you're helping to boost my numbers, which is a brilliant thing for me. I do get a lot of enjoyment out of making these videos. I hope you enjoy them. Make sure you leave a comment below, give it a like, feel free to share it if you want to share it, and then stay tuned with up and coming videos what will get posted. I also post regular vlogs, so you can stay tuned on that. And if you're on Facebook, feel free to give me a find on there and stay up to date with how I'm getting on. Thanks for watching today's Yorkshire Gardeners how-to video for today, and remember, keep gardening.